What is up, Van Dam fam? I hope everyone is awesome. Wrestling fans are loyal. Everyone knows that. But what does that mean? First off, it's important to point out every word is subjective. For instance, I might get asked, do you ever get high before you wrestle? The short answer, yes. Long answer, I don't become what most people think of as high. Everyone has their own perception of the effects of marijuana, whether it's from their experience or what they've been told. And also, everything, every word is the same way. So we'll get back to that on another episode. But, and I'm not saying, by the way, that I haven't ever drank too much alcohol to where you could ever find a picture of me looking like this guy. Whoa, where's my hand? All right. Anyway, but yeah, that is not what happens to me when I medicate. Total different subject. Loyalty, then, how is it measured, and what does it mean? It seems to be anchored to relationship, also to allegiance. Beyond that, I think we have to go by the intent of the one we're referring to and that person's loyalty in their mind. But let's talk about relationships, like a man and a wife. Now, when I was married, and still, by the way, to me, being loyal to my marriage, loyal to that relationship, and loyal to my wife, they are all the same. I think that someone that has that position of being my wife thereby does deserve my loyalty. Even with my evil ex, even if she didn't, based on her actions or whatever, deserve my loyalty, uh, just because she was my wife and because that is a position that I would like to think of as being honorable, blah, blah, blah. You get it? But does loyal in a relationship mean that you stick together no matter what happens? And I mean, a lot of husbands would be like, she didn't stick around. Well, yeah, but that's because to her being loyal means you didn't stick your dick in everything every time she wasn't around. It means different to different people, right? Loyal soldiers, that's a term that we hear a lot. That's I think it's an honorable quality. I appreciate loyalty. I appreciate this soldier. This is my favorite soldier, by the way. Is she loyal to her platoon? In other words, none of the secrets are going to get out, Loyal to her group? Is she loyal to her superior? What does that mean, that you can count on her? Does that mean you can count on her to not fuck up or just count on her to stick around all the time? Right? Count on them to not fuck you over. Count on them to always be there. They don't all mean the same thing when you break it down, Is she loyal to her country first? In other words, she would possibly not take an order from her superior if it conflicted with that? Or does that make her not loyal? How about the mafia? When you get inducted into La Cosa Nostra, you swear that your whole life on it that you're going to be loyal to La Costa Nostra first and foremost. And you actually do this pledge where you swear if your wife is dying on her deathbed in the hospital, in the mafia needs you, the boss calls you, boom, you got to go. You got to do whatever they say. In their mind, that's what makes you loyal, which is a little bit crazy, but that's loyalty to a hell of an extent, right? I work with agents, that book me or whatever. Then I stick to them. Someone makes me a good demo reel. Years later, I need another one, or someone asks me if I know somebody. Boom, I'm going to recommend that person. I usually keep my circle small. That's definitely true with friends, with people that I socialize with, and it's also true with with businesses. Like I have go-to guys, and that's the way that I like it. People that I can count on to and count on them for what? Well, that's circumstantial. Some guys you can count on them to be there in the end, but it might be a rocky road getting there. Does that mean that they weren't loyal? I think everyone's loyal to themselves first. I was in a Impact dressing room, right? These wrestlers were having a conversation. You know who they are. Stupid young person conversation while I'm tying my boots up. And one of the guys tries to include me. They're talking about what happened at a nightclub the night before they were all at, and one of the dudes says, "Hey Rob, is it cheating if you're flirting? Is flirting cheating?" Cheating who? Me? You're not cheating me. The only person that can answer that is the person you would be cheating, or the relationship you would be cheating on. Every relationship has its own boundaries. How the hell do I know? And if you don't know, then maybe you and your partner should have that conversation. It's a conversation a lot of people don't want to have because they don't want to know. They don't want the rules laid out. But really, what's cool between this couple and their boundaries and whatever is not the same as ever is. It's not like there's a book that everybody has to follow. We can talk about the book, the Bible, on another time, right? There's loyalty programs like hotels, businesses. When I am flying one of the airlines that I have million miler status, they come over to my seat and they say, "Mr. I'm not going to try it. Thank you for being a loyal flyer, for belonging to the Gold Club and the Million Miler Club." And then I say, "Okay, cool." And in reality, I'm going to be loyal to probably whoever's got the best deal when I buy my ticket. I do have my favorites. I just, fly a lot, so it's like that. All right. When I was 18, I liked to challenge myself, to learn about me and my boundaries, where I had room to grow. Another way to put that is I was a punk. 18-ish, me and Dango, he was my best friend. We did everything together. Everything. Best friends since 6th grade. We kickboxed together. We did wrestling training together. We did, hey, I'm trying to figure out how come, oh, there you go. You want to see the full shot, right? Boom! First time ever I did that during a show. Hey, you know what, dude? Whatever. We're going to get better. I'll take tips, dude. But I know sometimes I fuck up the microphone, the audio, the color. I don't really know. But I'm having fun. I appreciate you guys. Let me try and spit this story out real quick about me and Dango. All right? We are at the mall looking for some trouble to get into in Battle Creek. We get invited, or someone tells us about where they're going. We consider that an invite to this party in Kalamazoo. Myself, Dango, I think Brian Livingood was with us. That was usually the clique. Brian, I would never expect him to fight. Super nice dude. He was our audience. He laughed at all the stupid shit that me and Dango did, so he was fun to have around. And he liked to drive. Well, we didn't know how to talk to girls. Dango's a little better at it than me, but just like any smart young kid, young, dumb, I thought that, if I show how tough I am, of course the girls will come flocking. And at 180 whopping pounds of solid, just out of high school muscle, I wore a wife beater, of course, and stuck my chest out. Rah! You know, and fucking, that's what I would do. That's what I think of back then. Looking for a fight to challenge myself because I did like it. I didn't want to pick on somebody, but if somebody else wanted to fight because they thought they were tough, cool. And then just wait for the girls, which never happened. Go figure. So we're at this party. We don't know anybody there. We know a couple, maybe like there's like 3 people from another school that we know. But I mean, it's a big party. There's 50 people, 60 people all over this house, you know, and we really don't have any business being there. Why am I black and white? That's cool. There was a crowded kitchen, and I got my chest sticking out and my shoulders back. I'm walking through, you know, like, I'm a tough guy. And these dudes were looking at me, and I clearly saw this kid get pushed into me by his friends. They shoved him into me. He hits me. I'm like, you want to take this outside? So we're outside, and there's like 30 people around us, like in a big circle, all screaming and stuff. And like he and I are in the middle. Dango's in the circle, Brian's in the circle, those other dudes from Harper Creek, and then just, you know, 25 people I don't know, all screaming, yeah, go, go. Well, at first, I had a little fun. You know, the guy would run at me, I'd sidestep him and kind of toss him to the ground and laugh. Come on, dude. I did that a couple times. And I said, all right, you know, I felt him out enough. So next time I threw him down, I got on top of him, right? In a mounting position. And I'm about to pummel his face, right? Everyone's cheering, rah, yeah, yeah. I pull my fist back, boom, time warp. Next thing I know, it's quiet. There's no noise. Where'd everybody go? I'm outside. Where the fuck am I? And Dango and Brian are picking me up off the ground. Dude, what the fuck happened? Well, they had to tell me, and they had to tell me again and again and again. I couldn't hold on to the memory. I kept saying, wait, we were at the mall. I remember the mall. Yes, Robin, we got invited to Kalamazoo. That's right, that party. Yeah, we were at the party. You and this kid got into some kind of fight for some reason. And I was like, yeah, and I would forget again. That's what it's like sometimes when you have a concussion of a certain level. I've only been there twice. And this is also the first of only 2 times so far where I've been completely knocked out conscious. Maybe it's one time. Another time I was out, but I was on my feet. Out on my feet. It was during a wrestling match. I did it to myself. Another story. This time, I had to hear what happened, and here's what I found out. I'm on top of the dude and handling him, and out of nowhere, another guy ran out and gave me a big running football kick right under the chin. It put me out. While I'm knocked out, they picked me up. They were holding my arms behind my back and punching me in the face while I'm out. My friend Dango dove in. He knew he was going to get his ass kicked. There was no question about it. But he was that loyal of a friend. He jumped in. He got pummeled. Didn't get nearly as bad as me. I mean, I couldn't defend myself when I was out. So, I mean, I had a big swollen eye, pretty much a pulp, beat up face, chipped my teeth right there. I still have a chip. Whenever I get like a new dentist, they ask about, oh, what happened to that? And it's like, dude, I'm fine. That was 1,000 years ago. I had to keep asking. Anyway, we left, as you can imagine. I had a concussion, had a really bad headache. I learned, at least temporarily, there's more going on around you than what your eyes are focused on. Shouldn't put myself in that vulnerable position. I'd like to say I learned it for the last time, but I can't say that. I'm too honest. So everybody knew, that there was going to be another party in 2 days, and the same everybody was going to be there. So me, like an idiot, I can't remember why my friends couldn't go, but I went by myself because I learned this dude's name, Jeff Gray. Maybe Jeff Gray was the brother. There were two brothers. The brother kicked me. Never saw him. Knocked me out. Boom, boom, boom. I went looking for the brothers by myself with a big swollen like elephant man looking face. Where's Jeff Gray? And he didn't show up. He wasn't there. I'm over there by myself trying to look tough. Everyone's staring at me like, dude, that guy needs to go ice his face. Because I was still that stupid. But what happened was I never saw them again. So I have that story of the first time that I had been knocked out, maybe the only time, but I got jumped by a bunch of people. It was a hell of an experience. The other guys from Harper Creek, I watched them get beat up at parties over the next couple of weeks, and stood by and did nothing to repay them the favor. Dango, for jumping in like that, man, he earned so much respect. That was crazy to think that somebody could have your back that much. I have had very few people. I'm sure a lot of people out there, a lot of you guys that I haven't met, would go to battle for me. People that I know personally in my inner circle that would really have my back like that, I could count them on one hand, and of course not use all my fingers. So it's pretty important. Dango, by the way, he fell to cancer a few years ago. Most of my inside stories are inside between he and I. So we'll have to bring him outside and, talk about shit. In the meantime, you want to prove your loyalty? Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, tell everyone you know. Let's blow this page up, huh?